and you're watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to the community. Hello and welcome to Lynxx 24. I'm Dan Hellman, your host on the 24, and Steve Peterson is off tonight. We have a great show for you tonight. Jen Kaiser and Mallory Benson from Jen's Hair Loft in New Lisbon will be sharing a few things about her new salon. But first, we have the news brought to you by the Messenger of Juneau County. And tonight I have a special guest to discuss local news, Pete Malinger, owner of Image Pictures and manager of Lynxx 24 television station. So Pete, great to have you on the show.
Well, great to be on the show.
All right. And we're doing things a little differently here tonight. As brought to you by the Messenger, we've decided to look through what the Messenger has in their latest paper and talk about the news that's going on. A lot is going on. Pete, what do you have going on so far?
Well, the week from the 15th to the 19th is celebrating the National Library Week.
Oh,
and they've got a couple of them. Necedah Public Library and New Lisbon Library is doing a bunch of different things. So some activities like coloring and
I'm there.
All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. I mean, and then the biggest thing is get yourself the Messenger.
Yes.
And then learn a little bit more about this. But the biggest thing is celebrating National Library Week.
Oh, that's exciting.
15th through the 19th.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah.
A little more serious news. Or you want to go more?
Well, I just wanted to say is, hey, Grandma, how you doing?
Very nice. I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
Well, and then also, you probably didn't know this, though, but my Aunt Nancy writes for for the Messenger.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nancy Schneider. She does Nonsense from Nancy this week. Well, she does point out that she probably wouldn't write a column if she didn't have something to complain about. And she really complains about the weather this week. But I don't want to ruin the story, so get the Messenger, read Nonsense from Nancy, my aunt. And if you're watching, hi.
You can't give us just a little tidbits of what it's about there?
Well, there is something to do with the season of Muddy and Hairy.
Okay.
Muddy and Hairy.
All right. We'll have to read more of that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, just skip past the first page of the Messenger. It's all crime, crime, crime. It is...
That guy's scary.
Yeah, and also on the back, more crime. 2 charged for meth. 2 sex crimes, and some guy has 3 felony cases going on right now. Let me tell you real quickly about these. Boy, we have, and like I said, except for the people who have been found guilty, everyone here is...
Well, you used to be district attorney, right?
Yes, I was a prosecutor in Monroe County, we've had experience with interesting folks like this as well. First of all, we have, unfortunately, 47-year-old Jane Hill of Mauston has been convicted of 4th-degree sexual assault for... inappropriate relationship with an inmate at the New Lisbon correctional facility there. And I don't know, she was a correctional officer there, and so she has been sentenced to 60 days for an inappropriate sexual relationship with one of the inmates there. And go ahead.
One thing is, can we pull in on this? I mean, can we do this on?
Yeah, I don't know if they can pull in.
I mean, when you get your picture taken at the police department, is it like, let's mess up your hair and look kind of scary?
It's just the way you look at that moment in time. So
Really?
you have to realize that a lot of these, and we're looking at Darren Skiff. He's looking pretty rough in his picture there. He has 3 separate felony cases pending right now. One is for first-degree reckless homicide, where it's alleged that he was the one who made the initial illegal buy of prescription pain reliever, which eventually allegedly led to the death of Jeremy Haas. There's 2 other people also charged.
That's not good.
No, so that is the most serious case. He also has 2 other cases pending. One earlier this year. Let's see. Oh, in other cases last year, he was one of 10 arrested last year on drug charges after an in-depth investigation by the Juneau County Sheriff's Department. And earlier this year, while out on bond, he was charged with multiple felony charges, including operating a motor vehicle without the owner's consent. Possession.
So he just basically stole the vehicle.
That's the allegation. Yeah, some misdemeanor drug charges, some possession of narcotics, felony bail jumping, among other things. So, and obstructing an officer. So he's actually,
hopefully he doesn't come after me for making a bad comment about his hair. So
well, no, but I mean, and that's just it though. You have it's the way you look when you get arrested. So however that is, and it's usually not too good. Also, another.
You think they would have a comb or something like that?
I know. He's got all 3 cases though right now, weaving their way through the court. He's up for an arraignment in all 3 coming up April, I think.
Well, the reason
18th.
why I'm bringing that up is because later on the show we have Jen's hair loss.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe they should have a little spot there that just gets.
An inmate salon, how they could do like free
exactly.
things for some of the inmates to make them look better for their
picture.
Pictures. I like that idea. I like it. That's not a bad idea. You have nice bond pictures then. Also, in fairly big news, we have a Sauk County deputy with the Sheriff's Department. Deputy Kyle Garska has been charged with 2 counts of engaging in repeated acts of sexual assault with a child. The allegations allege that the 2 alleged victims are both under the age of 10 years.
Why don't we just maybe I shouldn't say that, but why don't we just string them up in the town square? Maybe they wouldn't have that problem anymore.
If the person's found guilty, then yes. Right now it's presumed innocent until proven guilty. Right now he's on a $25,000 cash bond for the 2 felony counts of repeated acts of sexual assault. So let's go on to some brighter news. You have anything else?
Well, Lyle Jeffries turns 90 Friday, April 19th. That's a pretty big milestone.
Well, that
90.
is.
Lyle Jeffries, want to wish you a happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
And
do we have any wedding anniversaries to speak of in there? I thought you had a good one, and someone had a 40-year wedding anniversary.
Well, actually, I do have a Thelma Weber is turning 89 on April 12th.
All right. And real quick, just to wrap things up for us in the news, Representative Sean Duffy did speak in Necedah. He talked a lot about the deficit and our $17 trillion debt that we have right now. He talked about that at length. They also talked about, and it's in the president's budget, and it's also, I think it's been supported by Congress as well, consumer price index for Social Security might be going down. And so
down.
That means they'd have less money to spend. So we'll come right back, and let's see. We'll just let you know, if you'd like more news, get your subscription to the Messenger by calling 608-462-4902. And coming up after the break, we will be talking about things to look forward to on Lynxx 24 with Pete Malinger. So stay tuned.
Miller Motors Elroy. Miller Motors is a full-service shop with great small-town service. We have new and used tires, fast oil changes, and brakes. For all your automotive needs, call Miller Motors today. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Miller Motors, full service, great service. No phone line broadband is now available at Lemoore Valley Telecom. Finally, you get your high-speed internet without having to have a phone line. In this mobile era, it doesn't make sense to be tethered down. Now you get high-speed internet starting at only $44.95. And if you have a business, you pay the same low price, just $44.95. Join the Lynxx network, bound for great communications.
Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart. We're local, in your neighborhood, with great customer service, fresh ingredients, and toasted to perfection. We do catering, lunchboxes, and office parties. Toasty. Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart, Camp Douglas.
And welcome back to Lynxx 24. Before we get to our interview, we would like to thank the Toma Cash Store for providing the set furnishings as well as K&B Flooring in Toma for our set flooring. Thank you very much to our sponsors. And now I've got a chance to talk more with Pete Malinger. Now, as you may not be aware, first of all, Pete is the manager here at Lynxx 24 News Station, but also the owner of Image Media, and they do a lot more of that. So, Pete, how long have you been involved in the industry of the whole industry of Image Media? What is Image Media, and what do you do for it with Image Media?
Well, we started the business back in 2003, so we've been in business for 10 years now.
Okay.
And moved into this studio facility back in 2005, and just slowly built it into the studio that we have today. But the biggest thing is that our business started as Image Pictures, and then we changed the name to Image Media, and now we're managing the Lynxx 24 TV station. The reason why we did Image Media is because people were like, well, Image Pictures? What do you do? Are you a photography studio?
They didn't know quite what you did?
No, so we just changed it to Image Media for people in the general area.
What are the different services that you provide for people?
Well, we have
Image Media.
Full recording studio. We also have 3D animation. We've done a lot of these vision casting type of videos where you can make a 3D model of something. One we did for a mine up north, not a sand mine, but an ore mine, and they were doing some geological studies, and so we had to build 3D models of it and animate it. So we do a lot of that type of thing with 3D animation.
Well, that's neat. Now, what are the general uses for this? Do businesses use it for, like you said, the mine use it for that? Is it more commercials? Is it more for their own private use? Or is it a combination? What do you
It's kind of a combination of the two. We do have both commercial type of animation, but also we do animation for regular commercials, like just somebody who is just going to do a TV commercial.
Okay.
For instance, you know.
Yes. Some of the local businesses, they want to add some of that to their commercial.
Some of the 3D text or 3D kind of graphics or anything like that. And then you probably wouldn't do like a 3D model of a mine or something like that.
Sure.
But,
well, that's a great thing. You have a lot of special effects. You have the green screen here as well that you use. So you have all the special effects that anything you could hope for, you can really do it right here.
Yes. Well, and we just finished a project for someone in the area for a Kickstarter campaign, which I'm sure you're familiar.
I was involved in that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, using green screen is a lot of fun because you can put yourself in places where you maybe don't have the money to go.
That's true.
And so,
I must say, we were working on a Kickstarter campaign, just doing the video for a Kickstarter launch. If you don't know what that is, that's crowdsourcing, raising funds for a person's project when they try to get the business going. But they did the video, and I got to tell you, with the special effects, it turned out really great. I mean, all the things that you can do with that, it turned out really nicely.
Yeah.
Now, where do you see with Image Media? Do you see the services changing over time? Is media changing? And if so, how so?
Oh, sure. We've actually seen a lot of changes over the past few years, switching from commercial to more residential. I don't say residential,
but personal use.
Personal use, yeah. Meaning transfer VHS tapes over high 8, also 8mm and 16mm film.
Oh yes, yep. I can understand that. All right. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, I'll have more talk with Pete after this short message.
Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart. We're local, in your neighborhood, with great customer service, fresh ingredients, and toasted to perfection. We do catering, lunch boxes, and office parties. Toasty. Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart, Camp Douglas.
Miller Motors Elroy. Miller Motors is a full-service shop with great small-town service. We have new and used tires, fast oil changes, and brakes. For all your automotive needs, call Miller Motors today. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Miller Motors, full service, great service.
All right, and welcome back, everyone. If you're just joining us today on Connect 24 here, our guest today is Peter Malinger of Image Pictures and also the manager of Lynxx 24 Television. Peter, I want to talk to you now about Lynxx 24. How's it been being the manager here of Lynxx 24 over the past, a little more than a year since it's been really getting going?
Yeah, it's been very exciting.
Yeah.
It's very exciting, especially getting this news program going, getting other types of programming. We just got Building Blocks for Tots, which is a kids show that's on air. It should be running here. Well, we had it running this last week and this week as well. We're just running some pilot shows just to see what people's thoughts are. Hopefully they like the show. It's Building Blocks for Tots is a kids show. It was filmed in Hawaii, and so it has a lot of fun and interesting things for kids to learn about. And then we also have this new show coming up with Gary Klinker. I'm sure people in the Leavenworth Valley area know
Gary.
Hopefully, Gary.
Yep.
And we're going to be doing this pilot show, All Things Guns. Gary is I believe, an NRA instructor, gun instructor, and our pilot show is going to be on what you need to know when purchasing a handgun. I think that's something that everyone would probably be really interested in learning about.
Yes.
And he's just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I think it's going to be a fun show to do.
I know Gary, and he does know his stuff when it comes to guns. Yeah. He knows all things guns, so that should be a really good show. When is that going to be starting, do you think? Do you have a start time?
We're doing some pre-planning meetings tomorrow. We're hoping that the next couple of weeks we'll be shooting the pilot, and we'll see it up possibly in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, great. Now, I know we're always looking for also new shows as well.
Absolutely.
What type of shows are you looking for to come on the air right now? Are there any types that you might have in mind that if someone has an idea they could come to you about?
Well, I think I'm really kind of open for anything. I mean, even if it was crocheting or something like that. If somebody wants to do a little half-hour crocheting show, just to learn how to, or it's something very simple. But I think if people would really like to do something like that, come to the studio, power up the cameras, and
just let you know, I mean, and we've talked about this before, it is easier to actually have a show that's done in studio as opposed to have to go on location, bring all the equipment.
On location costs a lot
more because you're on location. Your on location costs more. So if someone can do it, if it's some sort of like hobby, how-to show, any sort of how-to show, if they can do it in the studio, it's a great,
absolutely.
Whether it be like, there's all sorts of, woodworking, like you said, it's crocheting, any sort of hobby a person might have.
Yeah.
So if they have a hobby, how do they get in touch with you about talking about possibly putting in a show if somebody wants to put that on there?
Well, I would say give me a call at the studio.
What's the phone number?
The phone number is 608-372-2165. And any kind of idea that you might have. If you want to maybe do a hunting show, I mean, we could do something in the studio, but we can also do something outside as well.
Yes.
I'm not opposed to doing that. I think that would be fun, and there's a lot of outdoor stuff that would be a lot of fun to do. And I think that people in the Leavenworth Valley area would enjoy.
Yes, I think you're right. I think that would be, so it'd be exciting to see if you have any ideas out there, please feel free to, call Pete and discuss with him. I'm sure he'd be happy to listen and see if it's something we could work out, and it might be a great show. So I want to thank you for taking time with us today, Pete. Really, It's been a pleasure to have you on here, and for all the work you do here at Lynxx 24. We appreciate it. And coming up next, April will be talking with local business owner Jen Kaiser and Mallory Benson of Jen's Hair Loft in Lisbon. We'll be right back.
Miller Motors Elroy. Miller Motors is a full-service shop with great small-town service. We have new and used tires, fast oil changes, and brakes. For all your automotive needs, call Miller Motors today. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Miller Motors, full service, great service. No phone line broadband is now available at Leavenworth Valley Telecom. Finally, you get your high-speed internet without having to have a phone line. In this mobile era, it doesn't make sense to be tethered down. Now you get high-speed internet starting at only $44.95. And if you have a business, you pay the same low price, just $44.95. Join the Lynxx network, bound for great communications.
Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart. We're local, in your neighborhood, with great customer service, fresh ingredients, and toasted to perfection. We do catering, lunchboxes, and office parties. Toasty. Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart, Camp Douglas.
Welcome back to Lynxx 24 News. On this show's Lynxx Spotlight, we are shining the spotlight on local business owner Jen Kaiser of Jen's Hair Loft in New Lisbon. So welcome to the show, Jen and Mallory.
Thank you.
Right off the bat, can you tell us a little bit about your business and past work experience?
We've been open 3 months. We opened January 16th. I worked for about 5 to 6 years in the Toma area, managed. Total about 11 years experience for me, 2.5 years for Mallory. So that's a little bit of our work history.
Okay, and can you tell us where the business is at?
It's in New Lisbon, located at 115 South Adams Street. It's right across the street from Robbie's Pharmacy in New Lisbon.
And you said it was renovated from Frank's Barber Shop?
Yes,
correct?
it was formerly Frank's Barber Shop. He had it for about 56 years, and then we bought it in December, so
Okay.
and opened in January.
What made you decide to open your own salon?
It was just time. In your career, you kind of get to that point where it's time to do it or kind of change professions or find something else, and I just knew in my heart that it was time to do my own business.
Oh,
so
that's great.
yeah.
So the 3-month mark is coming up?
Yep, 3 months will be March 16th.
Exciting.
So, yeah.
So it's a full service salon,
Full
correct?
service salon,
So
yep.
can you give us a little lowdown of all the different services you provide?
We do haircuts, men, women, children, colors, perms, foils, waxing, looking to add a few services down the road. But full service salon and walk-ins, only appointments for chemicals needed. But we really thrive on the walk-in basis.
Yes, that's what you said. So
yeah.
really push those walk-ins.
Right, right.
Okay. And your business hours?
Sundays and Mondays we're closed. Tuesday we're open 11 to 7. Wednesday, Thursday 9 to 6. Friday 9 to 5, and Saturday 9 to 1.
Okay. And you did mention since prom season is
Yep, prom is this
upon
weekend.
us.
And
Yes.
we do updos for weddings, proms, any kind of dances, any formals, something that we do.
Okay, cool. So is it just the two of you working?
Yep, it's just myself and Mallory.
Okay.
And that's good for us right now. So.
Yeah. Any interesting stories from, making this into your own salon?
Yeah, and I mean, it was formerly a barber shop. I mean, like I said, Frank had it for 56 years. Just the uniqueness of changing it into a full-service salon from just a barber shop. A lot of updates have been done, but it still has that unique look of the old-time barber shop. Just a few modern style,
Okay.
different things. But yeah, it's just amazing that it was a barber shop. That's what it's meant to be. So it was really cool to change things up
And make it maybe a little bit more girly.
Yes, a little
Yes.
bit more feminine,
Yeah.
Not that I want to shy away from men, because I don't. But yeah, just more of a unisex.
Kind of a whole family experience.
Right, family hair care, right,
Okay.
right.
And you mentioned that, you got some of his customers coming in
Yep,
now and
yep.
seeing the changes. What have they said about it?
They said that it looks very nice. It's very well improved, and it's much needed improvement. So
Okay.
that makes me feel good,
that's
and
really good.
people just say, it's always going to be Frank's, but you're, now taking over and everything will go good. So
Interesting. Well, it's great
Right.
that you got this business started
Exactly.
and hopefully many, many years from now still
Right.
be working at it.
right, I might put in that 56 years.
Nice. So could you give us your hours again?
Yep, Sundays and Mondays closed. Tuesday 11 to 7, Wednesday, Thursday 9 to 6, Friday 9 to 5, and Saturday 9 to 1.
Okay, and a phone number?
608-562-5823.
Okay, well, thank you for being on the
Yes,
show.
thank
and
you.
Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And when we come back after the break, Peter and Dan will share some final thoughts on this week's show after this.
Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart. We're local, in your neighborhood, with great customer service, fresh ingredients, and toasted to perfection. We do catering, lunchboxes, and office parties. Toasty. Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart, Camp Douglas.
Miller Motors Elroy. Miller Motors is a full-service shop with great small-town service. We have new and used tires, fast oil changes and brakes, For all your automotive needs, call Miller Motors today. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Miller Motors, full service, great service. No phone line broadband is now available at Lynxx Valley Telecom. Finally, you get your high-speed internet without having to have a phone line. In this mobile era, it doesn't make sense to be tethered down. Now you get high-speed internet starting at only $44.95. And if you have a business, you pay the same low price, just $44.95. Join the Lynxx network, bound for great communications.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the show, and if you'd like to be a guest on Lynxx 24, you can call me at 608-372-2165, where we can give you an opportunity to share a little bit about your business.
All right, Pete, Pete, I want to thank you for coming on the show, though, really. It's been great having you on here, and I can't tell you how much all the stuff that gets done behind the scenes, Pete handles all that. So, there's a lot of details just to get a station up and going. It's not the typical thing that anyone ever tackles in life, set up a whole TV station.
No,
so,
you know, I can think about it and say, why did I ever think that I could, but then, you know, after you do it for a few times, you think, yeah, we can do this, but at the first time we were doing it, I remember our pilot, filming the pilot, I think we were here till 11 o'clock at night.
Yes, we were here till 11 o'clock at night. We were doing everything over and over again until we got it right. And even then, it didn't work out that great. But
no, but we got through it, and it's come a long way. This is our 30th episode.
Yes.
And so we're really, I think we're making some pretty good headway.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we give people some useful information. We want to thank the Messenger for the
absolutely, the Messenger. Without them, we wouldn't have the talk about the news. We'd have to come up with the news ourselves, which was kind of a big stressful thing for us to come up with all that.
Yeah, so it's nice having them just allow us to use their news that they have and to be able to get that for everyone. So, and anything else? Anything else coming up down the pike on for Lynxx 24 News or Image Media? Anything that you want to talk about? I know you have another Kickstarter campaign you're working on, but you can't talk about it yet.
Not yet, but soon we'll be able to talk about it. And I think that this one is going to be one that is really going to excite a lot of people, because I can say is that the gal that we want to do this album for is, people have been wanting her to do an album for many, many years.
So we have a local talent who people have been wanting to hear, and now they might have a chance if we get enough supporters in the Kickstarter
and that's
campaign.
the nice thing about Kickstarter is that we're able to raise some money with very little amount of money invested from individuals.
Yes.
You know, $20, 200 people with $20, and you can make a lot.
Yeah, and the nice thing is what they get in the end for investing is usually a copy of the CD or whatever the product is, which is great. So we're really excited. That's going to be another fun one. And I just want to thank you for having you on the show tonight. It was great having you here. So
that was been a pleasure.
All right. And I'd also like to thank Jen Kaiser and Mallory Benson for coming on the show. And we appreciate you taking the time to, we appreciate them taking the time to talk with us. We'll see you again next week, and thanks for watching Lynxx 24, where we're connecting you to the community.
Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart. We're local, in your neighborhood, with great customer service, fresh ingredients, and toasted to perfection. We do catering, lunchboxes, and office parties. Toasty. Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart, Camp Douglas.
Miller Motors Elroy. Miller Motors is a full-service shop with great small-town service. We have new and used tires, fast oil changes, and brakes. For all your automotive needs, call Miller Motors today. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Miller Motors, full service, great service.